Hi guys, welcome to this video. Wanted to do a quick update video on my Burns Brian May. If you've watched some of my other videos, you may know that when I picked this up last year, it had some issues with the trem not working properly, and I put the shout out to people on YouTube and on a few forums to see if they could advise on ways I could fix it. Happy to say that the problem has now been fixed. For those that haven't seen the other video, basically this is a knife edge trem. It has two posts underneath this piece of steel here. And for some reason the previous owner had decided to remove those completely and didn't include those in the sale, didn't tell me about it. He says he didn't know about it, but I'm not too sure. What I've done is re-tapped the holes and put some new posts from a Floyd Rose trem in there, got it set up quite well, and it's working as well as you would think it would have done originally. Of course I've got nothing to compare to, but to give you my thoughts and to give you an overview on this, this is of course the Burns Brian May signature guitar, red special, that was made by Burns of London from I think around 2000 to 2005, at which point Brian May formed his own guitar company and had these made under the Brian May Guitars banner, still in South Korea. Really good guitar, 3 single core pickups. These are Burns Trisonic pickups, which are the pickups that Brian had in his original guitar. Tremolo system, independent pickup selection, switches and independent phase switching options, which I'll talk more about in a minute. Single volume and single tone. Grover locking tuners, 24 frets, 24-inch scale length, so a bit shorter than something like a Les Paul and a lot shorter than say a Strat. My thoughts on this guitar, I really like it. You would think that being a Brian May signature model that you'd be quite restricted to playing things like Queen, or Brian May's solo stuff, but that's absolutely not the case. If you see some of my other videos, I've played other covers from other bands, things like David Bowie covers, Foo Fighters and other things like that, and it handles them really well. The neck is quite wide, it's wider and thicker than my Les Paul, but I've kind of got used to it. I think because I'm one of those players that plays with their thumb on the back of the neck rather than the top, it doesn't really impact me too much to have a thicker neck. If you're familiar with an Epiphone Dot, it's got a similar neck profile to that. It's really chunky down at this end. I have no idea how Brian plays up at these upper frets. It's quite chunky at the back, although it's a very thin body. When you get up here, you haven't got great access, and you have trouble doing some of those bends on the higher strings. But I would say these Burns ones got a lot of stick. There was a lot of people who said that the quality control wasn't too great, which was one of the things that Brian has said is the reason he formed his own company. He wasn't happy with the quality control from Burns. But I would say if you can get your hands on one and try it and you think it's fine, then it's probably one of the good ones. And I paid $325 for this, which is essentially half price for a left-handed model Brian May guitars red special. They retail at $650, so I effectively got it for half the cost. And I think it plays really well. The changes between this and the Brian May guitars version are very subtle. It's got a different trem, it's got the little piece of acrylic that Brian has on his one. The switching options are the same, the tuners are the same from what I've seen, the neck profile is the same, the body design is the same, obviously being Brian's design. I would say if you're just starting out and you're looking to upgrade from something like a Squier or something like that, definitely consider one of these. You might think it's going to give you some very specific sounds, some very restrictive sounds, but it is so versatile. I mean, you've got these 3 Trisonic pickups, but with something like a Strat with your 5-way blade selector switch, you've got that, those, and that. With this, you can have those 2 together. You could have all 3 on at the same time. You could have these 2, but out of phase. You could have these 2 out of phase, but that one in phase. It is so versatile. And yes, some of the sounds you'll go, okay, I'll have these 2 out of phase, and you strum a chord and you go, actually it doesn't sound that great. But think about it, all that Queen stuff and all the Brian May signature stuff over the years, he's used that versatility to such great effect. And it's that versatility which is the reason why you should really consider one of these. Even if you're not an amazing fan of Queen or Brian May, Definitely consider these if you're a fan of rock music or blues music, because it is very versatile. It's very worth getting. I highly recommend it. Please check out my other videos to see how it sounds. I'm not going to play it on this video because I'm not set up at the moment. But definitely please check out my other videos to see how it sounds. Check out other videos on YouTube to see how it sounds. Very worthwhile guitar. If you see one on eBay for £300, £350 in the UK, just buy it. Even if it's a lemon, you'll get your money back. Selling it on if you can't get on with it. Definitely check it out. Thanks for watching. See you soon.